Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Krishna means, there are many Krishnas. Vyasa is also known as Krishna. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. Krishna can also mean a Diya. It can also mean a Shudra. But Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is Nandanandana Krishna. Rajagopal Krishna. He is the Supreme Lord. He is Jagannath, the master of many, many universes. His position is superior to all others. Mataparataram nanyat kinchid asti dhanam jaya. Krishna establishes himself that he is superior to all. And that is accepted by all acharyas and all the shastras, especially those in the mode of goodness, accept that Krishna is supreme. Who doesn't accept that Krishna is supreme, they are known as atheists, demons, rascals, and other such words which aptly describe them. From time to time, Krishna comes to this world just to prove to the atheists, rascals, and demons that you may think you are supreme, but you are not. I am supreme. Hiranyakashipu thought he was supreme, but he was reduced to a pile of blood and intestines by Nrsimhadev, who showed that I am supreme. Your act of being supreme is over. Now it is established, I am supreme. Similarly, Krishna came and so many demons were there. But as in his childhood play, he destroyed so many demons. And then later on, he went on killing so many demons and establishing himself as supreme. And particularly Krishna, being the original form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, exhibited his wonderful pastimes, which are not seen even in other incarnations, especially his Vrindavan pastimes, which are very secret and confidential, because it's difficult to understand how the Supreme Master of all universes is playing like an ordinary boy without even any shoes on. Even Brahma was bewildered by seeing Krishna. So Krishna is difficult to understand as a conditioned soul. Krishna is even difficult to understand for himself, because he's so wonderful that even his own incarnation of Anantadev cannot understand Krishna. But Krishna, he also feels a desire to understand himself, because he is so wonderful that he thinks, well, what is so wonderful about me that makes me so attractive? Often we see at least in South India, we quite commonly see the picture of baby Krishna sitting on a banyan leaf with his toe in his mouth. Often you'll see babies here with their toes in their mouth. Not so easy for us to do. The body becomes stiffer. Yogis can do. Well, Krishna does, but he's not like an ordinary baby. He's doing that to taste what is the nectar of my lotus feet. Because he's thinking, all the devotees are anxious for the nectar of my lotus feet. It must be pretty good. Let's try it out. Let's see what it's like. So that inclination in Krishna is fully manifest in his pastime of appearing as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna. But he is not in the same mood as Krishna. This is Krishna trying to forget that he is Krishna, because he wants to know, what is it like to be a devotee of Krishna? Everyone is mad after me. What is that feeling they are feeling? Especially Radharani is mad after me. What is the feeling she is feeling? So therefore he comes, Radha Bhavat Yuti Sivalikam. Know me Krishna Surupam. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, the same form as Krishna. This Sita Thakurani, when she came, the wife of Advaita Prabhu, when she came to see the newly born child of her friend Shachimata, she saw this baby has all the bodily symptoms. This is the same Krishna who appeared in Gokul, only there's one difference. He's not black, he's a Krishna. He's golden avatar. So she recognized immediately that this is Krishna, but in a golden form. Now, Krishna, he is in a golden form, coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why is that? Because he's in the mood of Radharani, and he is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahayamna. Radha and Krishna combined. So when Radha and Krishna combine, then the Radha bhav and beauty, the feelings of Radharani and the bodily complexion, that overpowers Krishna's Krishnaness or his godliness, and Krishna takes on the mood of Radharani and the bodily form, because even more powerful than Krishna is love of Krishna. That is why Krishna, who is the controller of all universes, when the elderly gopis are clapping their hands and singing, baby Krishna is dancing like a doll, like a puppet doll, because he is controlled by the love of the devotee. That he says himself, apparently contradicting Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva begins the Bhagavatam by establishing that the supreme absolute truth is Swaraj, independent, and that absolute truth is Krishna, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. He is independent. The essential quality of the absolute truth, who is described in the first verse of Bhagavatam, is that he is independent. But then later on in the course of reciting the Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva again records that Krishna himself says, Aham Bhakta Paradhino, Arjuna Muni, you're coming to me to get free from the difficulty that you are in because of offending my devotee. You're thinking, because I'm God, I can relieve you from this difficulty. But I cannot, because I am subordinate to my devotee. I am not independent. So the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is independent. That is established at the beginning of Bhagavatam. But then more deeply, it is established, he himself says, I am not independent. I am under the control of my devotees. So Krishna, being the supreme controller, is nevertheless controlled by the love of his devotees. So he recognizes that Krishna takes the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu means he recognizes that he is in a lesser position than Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. We don't hear the name Vrindavaneshwar. We don't hear Hey Krishna Vrindavaneshwar. We hear Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Everywhere Krishna is supreme, he is the supreme controller. But in Vrindavan, he is not. The controller is Radharani. So Krishna, he's not discontented with that. He doesn't want to usurp the position of Radharani. He's quite happy to be subordinate. Just about subordinate. It's an ongoing battle. But he doesn't want to usurp that position, but he wants to find out what is that position. And in the course of finding out that position, he takes the nature of Radharani, which means that although Krishna is also the most merciful, Krishna is the most everything, but Radharani controls Krishna. So therefore, whatever qualities Krishna has, she has more. So Krishna, among all his unlimited qualities, Prabhupada has described that his most important is his compassion, his mercy upon his devotees. But even more compassionate than Krishna is Radharani, because she is the female aspect of the absolute truth. So there's a difference. Nowadays we want to say that male and female, it's all the same, and men should be like women, and women should be like men, and women should dress like men, and it's all one and it's all the same, which is Mayavad, because there is a difference. So there are certain feminine qualities and there are certain male qualities. So it's not that men can't have the female qualities or women can't have the male qualities, but certain qualities are more expected or more prominent in the male figure. The male figure means predominating. That's called Purush Bhav. the feeling of domination. But in the female aspect, the quality of compassion is most prominent. So that is coming from the original female Radharani. Therefore, it is recommended that if we want to get Krishna's mercy, we should go through Radharani, because she is more kind, more compassionate. So Krishna takes the mood of Radharani. He is all-powerful, but in this mood of Radharani, his power is not very prominently manifested. His dominance is not manifested. He's not in the mood of the Purush. He's not in the mood of the dominator. He's in the mood of the dominated who wants to serve the dominator. And Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he wants all living beings to come to him, and the devotees, they want to help him with that. Radharani is the topmost devotee. She wants to see. Krishna himself wants to see. She wants to fulfill Krishna's desire. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. That means the all-powerful personality of Godhead, in whom compassion is most represented, or most prakat, is most exhibited, manifested. So in this incarnation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is in the golden form tasting the nectar of himself, but at the same time, he is not simply thinking how I will enjoy. Radharani is not simply thinking how I will enjoy Krishna. That is described that she even takes more, it's Krishna. Of course, it's all very intimate topics, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation, it is very intimate. The ordinary people, they don't understand. Generally in India, people think that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is another devotee, but he's much, much, much more than he is the Supreme Lord in the mood of his own devotee and in the mood of his topmost devotee. So it's most mysterious and most confidential. So he is the Supreme Lord who has come for his own purpose, but his own purpose of tasting the nectar of himself. But being the Supreme Lord, he is always thinking of the welfare of all living beings. And especially Radharani, being the compassionate teacher, so he doesn't only taste that nectar, but he thinks how everyone should taste that nectar. All living beings. He is Jagannath, he is the Lord of all the world, but he wants everybody everybody should come and be my subjects. Why are they not recognizing that I am Jagannath? Why are they rejecting me? Why are they not joining in the nectar? Krishna, he came, he danced. He did so many other things, but he danced. That Nietzsche, that atheist, quite intelligent. He intelligent enough to see that religion as it is practiced in the world today is all simply bogus and cheating. And the concept of God, some nasty old man who's feeling frustrated, and he throws everyone into hell to burn forever. So Nietzsche, he rejected this concept of God, and he glibly stated that I could believe in a God if he danced. God is dancing. That is his all the things he does, most important, he is dancing. So Krishna is dancing, Ras Leela, with his intimate devotees. And not even ordinarily great devotees like Shiva, Narad, what to speak of the Dwarkavasis, Uddhava, ordinarily they cannot get entrance to the dancing of Krishna. It's very confidential. But this incarnation is coming and dancing and inviting not only the devotees, but everyone who's not even a devotee, we should also come and join the dancing. The same Krishna is drawing everyone into his Sankirtan party. Other incarnations, they come to kill the demons, to establish, I am God. You be subordinate. You don't want to be subordinate? Okay, I'll show you I'm God. But this incarnation is most compassionate. One reason is that if he had to kill all the demons, then he would have to kill everybody. Because in Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to find any properly pious person. So, who is there to uplift if everyone is to be destroyed? And also that's not the way he himself has set up the universe. He set up the universe so there is Kali Yuga. For those who want to be rascals, you can take birth in Kali Yuga. But Krishna, seeing it, is not very happy that they've come, they're the most envious, demoniac, natured people are taking birth in Kali Yuga, but it's not good for them. They're simply making a path to hell. They say they don't believe in hell, but they're busy making hell all around them and making their path to hell. So he's not very happy. He wants, what can be done for such people? There's no use to go among the ordinary people and speak Bhagavad Gita or ask them to be pious, or even if he shows the form of Krishna, they'll be envious. You're not God, I'm God. Even if they see, just like Duryodhana, even if Krishna, he showed the universal form and he said, it's just some magic. This is the demoniac nature. Yeah, you're just showing some magic. I don't believe you're God. It's just, he didn't accept. So in this age, if Krishna was to show his Purush, I am supreme, and people are so impious, they would reject, they would become more envious. No, I am supreme. So in this mood, in this age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, Krishna, in another mood, very humble, very sweet, very humble and sweet, giving respect to others, which is what everyone in the material world likes. That, I shall be respected. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come respecting me. Very good, he's respecting me. That is very good, he's respecting me. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that by winning the heart of the people, by entering their consciousness, he becomes accepted by them. Then, by his overwhelming sweetness, even atheistic and demoniac people, their hearts change, because this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's policy, that in the mood of a topmost devotee, that Sarva Bhutesha Yapashad Bhagavad Bhavan Atman Bhutani Bhagavat Yatman Yeva, what is that last word? Bhutani, I don't remember. Anyway, the mood of a topmost devotee, he sees everyone as a devotee. He sees every living being as a devotee. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees everyone is a devotee, even they're not devotees. But he sees that underneath all the confusion, illusion, delusion, envy, there's a devotee of Krishna. And by his own personal sweetness, which is very powerful, that if in anyone's heart there is even the slightest trace of desire to serve Krishna, which there is in everyone's heart, even the most demoniac people, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will connect with that and bring that out and destroy the demoniac tendency. This policy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chant, dance, give people the nectar that they're always anxious for. He personally demonstrated this is the successful method to reform the demons. But even some people that are so hard-hearted, for them it would not work. Who is that? The Mayavadis. Only the Mayavadis, because their heart is so hard, they would not recognize that they have no inclination towards sweetness. They have no inclination towards love. They reject all love as being simply illusion. We don't want love. Even at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's love, we reject no love. Simply, Tamasmi Aham. I am supreme. It's very, very difficult. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has his policy even to catch such person by his very polite, gentle behavior and by his own personal sweetness, very carefully, very gradually, he taught them. When they saw his Sankirtan, instead of their hearts melting, their heart became harder, and they criticized, why is this sannyasi singing and dancing with low-class people? They became, for them, the Sankirtan, which anyone who sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan, that nullifies all their offenses. But they made more offenses. They were so hard-hearted. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had his policy also, how to catch them. So, now we see the whole world, Nirvishesha, Shunyavadi, Paschatya, the Western world is filled up with impersonalism and voidism. Not only the Western world, the whole world. Why Paschatya? Prabhupada was asked why. Prabhupada said, because that was his special mission, deputed me by my spiritual master to preach in the Western countries. And Prabhupada said, but my own mission is to preach in India. So he did both. That was Prabhupada. He said, that's my personal desire. So, the whole world is full of impersonalism and voidism. Very hard. Therefore, those who are hard-hearted, they can do so many nasty things. They'll say, abortion, very good, very moral, very nice. You see? It's very good if you kill the child in the womb, because then you'll save it from all the problems of being a neglected child. It's very good you kill the animals in nice slaughterhouses. Humanitarian killing, see, was very moral. They're so hard-hearted. And the only hope for such people is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the only hope for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy to widely spread and reach these people that's coming through this channel that's been given by Prabhupada, who understood the mission of his Guru, which is the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to spread Krishna consciousness very widely, give people this chanting, dancing, introduce them to the nectar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna.